Welcome, geometry students, to class today on this Monday the 29th. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're ready to go over your test today and also learn some math today. Students, those that did not take the test, you are welcome to stay in the room as we go over the test. You're going to take a different test. In fact, I want you to stay in the room as we go over the test because I want you to sit under the not the review, but the going over the test because it'll be good for you. So no problems there. Here we go. There will be a quiz on Friday. And so please keep that in mind, quiz on Friday. Here's the schedule for the week very quickly. Today we're going to go over your test and we're going to have notes and homework. Today's probably going to be the toughest week we've had all year when it comes to work. We're going to have notes and homework every day, so just be ready for that, accept that, and work hard. Tomorrow we have notes and homework. Wednesday, notes and homework. Now on Wednesday I'm not allowed to give you homework, and I've never broken that rule. However, I will give you plenty of class time to work on the homework. And like usual, if you don't finish it during class, then you won't have to finish it. Okay. Thursday we're going to have notes and homework. Friday we're going to have a quiz, and then notes and homework. Nothing to turn in from Friday. There was no homework Friday. Incompletes. Let me pull this up real quick. I forgot to pull it up. Hold on a second. Now, Jaden, if you're here today, you were supposed to take your quiz on Friday. I'm not going to throw that at you today on a Monday. I'm just not going to do that. So you have until today or tomorrow to take your quiz, okay? So you can take your quiz today or tomorrow. That's your decision. Brandon and Jaden, your Chapter 2 test that you missed on Friday, you guys have the whole week to take that. So if it's not taken by Friday, I am going to enter a 0 for you, okay? So if you guys have any questions on that, just contact me. Alright, moving on. Today we're going to watch Lesson 3.1, and this means we're starting Chapter 3, obviously. Chapter 3, for the most part, is pretty easy. It's about perpendicular and parallel lines and angles that are formed when a line intersects parallel lines. The video today is decently short. It's only about 15 minutes long, 13:27. Your homework for today is this, so please write down your homework, page 110, numbers 1 through 5 and 9 through 24. Page 110, numbers 1 through 5 and 9 through 24. Please copy that down. The homework help video is obviously called Lesson 3.1 Homework. Lesson 3.1 Homework. And let me go back a page. Mr. Hamill and students, I should have made this clear. The name of the video is going to be called Lesson 3.1. So what you need to type into the search engine is Lesson 3.1. Alright? Okay. Even though the video is short, I don't think you'll have any free time today. We have to go over your test still, and then when the video is over, you have to work on your homework. So I think it's going to be a pretty normal, packed class period. Okay, let's go over your test. I want to pause the video here. If Mr. Hamill has not passed out papers, then go ahead and do that now. If he has, then continue on. But I want everyone, and I know Mr. Hamill does a good job of watching, I want everyone to be taking notes on the problems that you missed. Okay, this is a chance for you to learn from your mistakes and to improve. Okay, so please get out your tests and let's go through your tests. By the way, let me go ahead and tell you something right now so you can check my work. Everyone makes mistakes. On page number 1, it was fill in the blanks. Well, at the bottom of that page, it'll say -8 or -12 or however many blanks that you missed. All of those were worth 1 point. Okay. Now the next 2 pages, you might have missed number 17 and it says /-1, and then you might have missed number 19. It might have said /-2. Those aren't points. Those are called mistakes. Okay. So on pages 2 and 3 of your test, if you'll go through and add up all of your mistakes, all of those were worth 2 points each. Okay. So everything on the first page, and there should be a number at the bottom of the page showing how many you missed. Okay. all of those are 1 point, and then add up all of your mistakes on the next 2 pages, and all of those are worth 2 points. Okay? So feel free to check my work and make sure that I did figure your grade correctly. All right, here we go. Please take some good notes. Number 13. Now, students, look, please. Most of you didn't miss this, but no one should have missed this. This slash right here and this slash right here means M is right in the middle. It means AM equals MB. So if AM misses MB, that means if MB is 15, that means AM would also have to be 15, so there's one answer. And then AB is the entire length of the whole segment. So from here to here is 15, from here to here is 15, so the whole segment AB from A to B would be 30. Okay? Now over here it's the opposite. Notice I have a line here, a slash here, and a slash here. That means AM is congruent or equal to MB. Okay? Now, if the whole segment, just like over here, guys, if the whole segment was 30, which it was, if you divide that by 2, you get 15 for one segment and 15 for the other. So, over here, if the entire segment AB is 3.6, just take the entire segment and divide it by 2, and you get 1.8. So AM is 1.8, MB is 1.8. So there's your 2 answers. Okay, really not too difficult. All right, now down here at number 15, we're just mixing a little algebra with geometry. Again, please please notice AM has a mark, MB has a mark, and that means this segment here is equal to or congruent to this segment over here. All right, so that means I can take this segment here, which is x plus 6, and I can set it equal to this segment over here, which is 20, and then solve for x. So bring the 6 over, make it a negative 6, and x equals 14. A lot of you didn't show any work on this. A lot of you could just see that if you put a 14 right here for x, 14 plus 6 is 20, and that's fine too, either way. Okay? Look this over. I'm going to pause a second while you finish taking notes, then we'll move on. Please take notes and learn from your mistakes, okay? I'm not bragging, but I'm one of the few teachers that passes their tests back out to students and says keep them. Okay, I make new tests every year. All right, so keep this, take notes on it, and study it. For you guys that haven't taken the test yet, I mean, the test will not be just like this, but it'll be similar to this. So feel free to use this test to study from. No problem there at all. All right. Okay, number 16, find the midpoint. Now, there's a formula we use, and hopefully you know the formula. We've went over this quite a few times. X plus x divided by 2, y plus y divided by 2. I'm not being mean to you guys, but it's a really, really simple formula. I mean, really simple. So here's an x, here's a y, here's an x, here's a y. If you add your 2 x's, negative 4 and a positive 8, you get 4. And by the way, if you struggle with negative numbers, just use a calculator. Take your calculator and type in negative 4 plus 8. All right? So x plus x, negative 4 plus 8 is 4 divided by 2, comma, y plus y, 2 plus a negative 4. Well, 2 plus a negative 4 is a negative 2, and then over 2. And then 4 divided by 2, right here, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And there's the midpoint, okay? Not too difficult. All right, let's continue on to number 17. Now, students, please learn to read symbolism in geometry, okay? Find the measure of A, B, D. So here's A, down to B, and then up to D. So you're looking for this angle right here, question mark, okay? Now, BD is an angle bisector. If something bisects something, it cuts it in half. So this ray right here cuts the big angle right in half. Now think about that. Let's go back to the previous segments. If m's right in the middle, then m cuts AB right in half. And it did. We took 3.6 and we divided it by 2. If m's right in the middle, and it is, then if we knew if this segment here was 15, this segment over here had to be 15 also. Well, it's the same thing here. If this ray cuts the angle in half, and this angle right here is 84, then wouldn't this angle here also have to be 84? Sure it would be, because this ray cuts the big angle right in half. So there's really no work to show on this. It was pretty simple. Now, if I would have asked for the measure of angle ABC, that's the whole angle, A, B, C, then you would just take 84 times 2, because you have 84 here and 84 here, and 84 times 2 would be 168. Now, I didn't ask for that, but if I would have, that's how you would have done that, okay? All right, now, let's come down here. I know the directions did not say that BD is an angle bisector, but when I went over the test in class, I said to you guys, BD is an angle bisector, okay? So I did tell you that when we went over the test, okay? So if ray BD is cutting this whole big angle like this, if it's cutting it right in half, which it is, then that means this angle here with 1 dot and this angle here with 2 dots, they're equal, they're congruent, they're the same angle. So I can take 5x plus 19 equals 74. Now let's solve, okay? Let's bring the 19 over, and we're going to make it a negative 19 because it was positive, so it's gone. Bring down your 5x, and you're left with 55. So 74 minus 19. Then divide both sides by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5, and x equals 11, okay? All right, I'll pause a second, look that over, and finalize your notes. All right, let's continue on. Number 19. Find the measure, the measure of R is 12 degrees. Find the complement and the supplement of angle R. Okay. Well, here's angle R. It's 12 degrees. Complement. Supplement. Well, the complement would have to be 78. Now, how did I know that? Because 78 plus 12 is 90. And whenever two angles are complementary, they have to add up to 90, okay? Now, over here, the supplement would have to be 168 degrees, because whenever two angles are supplementary, they have to add up to 180, and 168 plus 12 is 180, okay? So, complement, 78, 78 plus 12 is 90, supplement 168, because 168 plus 12 is 180. Okay, let that sink in, look that over. Now here, I know the letters were not on here, but it really didn't matter. That did not bother me, because we've learned all school year, when you have a straight line and a line coming off of it, we have what we call a linear pair. And we've learned that linear pairs are always supplementary. So that means if you take this angle here with 1 dot and this angle over here with 2 dots and you add them together, they should equal what? Well, 180, because they're supplementary. Okay, so there we go. Look, students, anytime you have a line, a perfectly straight a straight line, then another line coming off of it or a ray coming off of it, the two angles that are formed are always going to be called a linear pair. And they're always going to be supplementary. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve this. If we take this angle here and this angle here and add them together, they will equal 180. So 2y plus 3y would be 5y equals 180. Now divide both sides by 5 and you'll get 36. Alright, 36. So there we go. I'll pause just a second while you guys finish your notes here. Okay, and last page, here we go. Same thing on number 21, identical. You have a straight line and a line coming off of it. That means this angle here with one dot and this angle here with two dots are called a linear pair, which means they're supplementary. That means this angle here that I'm putting a slash on right here, and this angle over here I'm putting two slashes on, have to add up to 180 degrees. So if this angle here is 28 degrees, then this angle right here would have to be 152, because 152 plus 28 is 180 degrees. Okay? Now, on to number 22. You were asked to find the measure of angle 1, the measure of angle 2, and the measure of angle 3. So students, the first thing I'd like to point out to you is vertical angles are always congruent. So we studied that vertical angles are when two lines intersect like this. The angles that are across from each other are called vertical angles, and they're congruent. Okay, so I'm going to jump to angle 2 first. If this angle here is 85 degrees, then its vertical angle, angle number 2, is also going to be 85 degrees. Okay, so the measure of angle 2 is 85 degrees. Now, just focus all of your attention on this part right here. Here's a straight line. Like I've said this the past two problems now, in problem number 21 and also problem number 20. Whenever you have a straight line and a line coming off of it like this angle here and this angle here will be called a linear pair. Thus they're going to be supplementary. Thus they're going to equal 180. So angle 3 has to be 95 degrees because, listen to me, because 85 plus 95 is 180. Okay? Well, Mr. Earhart, how you gain that 95 degrees? Just take the total 180 and subtract 85, and what you're left over with has to be the other angle, which is 95. So the measure of angle 3 is 95. Now, students, this angle here with one dot and this angle over here with one dot are vertical angles. They're across from each other. Two lines have intersected, and the angles across from each other are vertical angles, thus they're congruent. So the measure of angle 1 also has to be 95 degrees. I'm going to pause. Let that kind of sink in, okay? See if you have any questions. Look that over. Okay. On number 23, I was decently lenient. I wanted you to rewrite the following statement as a conditional. In other words, if, then. All right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, if you eat an apple daily, or if you eat an apple every day, or there's different ways to say this, but however you said it, if you eat an apple daily, the doctor will stay away. Or some people put, if you eat an apple every day, you will not have to see the doctor. Something like that. All of those were fine, okay? It really didn't matter. Just sorry, excuse me. Just as long as you realized that the if part was you had to eat an apple, and then the then part is you would not have to visit the doctor. Okay, that's the main thing I wanted you to understand. All right, if you eat an apple every day, the doctor will stay away. All right. Number 24, use the law of detachment to reach a conclusion. So, if E is between D and F, then this. So, if this happens, then this. All right. Get my pen to work here. If this, then this. And look, see your if part here? If this happens, well, in step 2, I'm saying it happened. E is between D and F. So if I'm telling you E is between D and F, then what you know for sure is this. You know that DF equals DE plus EF, okay? It's no different, student, than if I said to you, if you come to class today, then you'll be marked present. And then I say to you, you came to class today. Well, the result would then be you were marked present, okay? All right, I hope going over this test has helped you. Keep your test. Whether you want to burn them or throw darts at them or frame them and hang them up, that's up to you. But keep these and go ahead and start the lesson now at this time, lesson 3.1. And I hope that you'll work hard and take good notes and have your homework done by tomorrow. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or email.